Have you looked at Mandalorian's armor and thought, that's a cool color scheme? Well, today we're going to talk about how a Mandalorian's colors are more significant than just a random color palette, and the meaning of those colors. Hi, I'm Gerald, coming to you from Star Wars Fanatic, where we talk about all aspects of the Star Wars universe, with a heavy concentration on Mandalorian lore. If you're new here, make sure you click that subscribe button and check out all my other videos on Star Wars and Mandalorians. I'll put links to some key videos in the description box below. Go check them out when this video is finished. Now, let's jump into it. We were first introduced to Mandalorian armor by means of Boba Fett. For most people, Boba Fett was first shown in The Empire Strikes Back, then again in Return of the Jedi. It was this bounty hunter that sparked the growth of the Mandalorian culture beyond just the best bounty hunter in the galaxy. With his green, red, and yellow colors, he looked so cool. So many fans liked his look so much that they wanted more. Well, George Lucas heard us and felt the need to create his backstory in Attack of the Clones. With that, we got Boba Fett's father, Jango Fett. However, George Lucas felt that wasn't enough. Now, there are two of them. There must be more. We then got a backstory for Jango Fett that brought the Mandalorian culture to life. But Jango's armor and that of most other Mandalorians' armor looked different than Boba Fett's. It was different colors. How could that be? This is a race of warriors. Within our own world, a sanctioned militaristic group wears essentially the same colors. But Mandalorians aren't a military group that is sanctioned through a governing body. Instead, they are a warrior class that passes down armor from generation to generation. And the colors of their individual armor are characteristic of their lineage, their past, honoring those fallen, or their ideals they practice. So yes, the colors are important to each individual Mandalorian. We'll take a few pieces of armor and break down what their colors mean. Boba Fett, old and new, and Death Watch will be the biggest we look at. But I'll explain the colors individually as well. First, let's look at the one who started it all, Boba Fett. When you look at his armor, there doesn't seem to be any real color scheme to it. But did you know that every color of his armor means something? Yes, more than looking like he's dressed for a holiday special. The main color of Boba Fett's armor is green. Green signifies duty. This isn't a hard one to figure out as Boba Fett operates by a strict code of bounty hunting. I'll make another video on that later. Basically, it means he's committed to fulfilling his end of a bargain or deal, while adhering to doing only what he's paid to do. Of course, this works for his pre-Sarlacc years. The next color on Boba's armor is yellow, and that signifies a remembrance. A remembrance that doesn't only mean he remembers those close to him that are gone, but also remembering himself. Not losing himself and becoming something he wasn't meant for. Yellow incorporates his shoulder armor, his knee armor, and the yellow stripes on his helmet. The stripes actually fade from yellow to orange. Some call them kill stripes, but this number never changes throughout his career. Instead, this color combination shows a lust for life or freedom, the orange, and remembrance, yellow. Why paint kill stripes those colors? There are 14 unchanging stripes, and this could show his own thoughts to his father's time in slavery, or perhaps his own goals of breaking away from contractual work. Getting caught in the life of bounty hunting becomes hard to get out of. The last color I'll point out is red. The color highlights his visor and his forearm vambraces, which carry an array of weapons and tools. Red in the Mandalorian culture shows that he honors a parent or leader, that parent being Jango Fett. As time goes on, we see Boba Fett honor his father more and more. During the Clone Wars, the comics, and the Mandalorian series, we see Boba use his father's name in a positive light. One could also make the argument that the gray color of his flight suit also has meaning. As a side note, if it does, gray signifies his mourning of a lost love or family member. As of now, that again shows his connection to his father. Now there are other colors to Boba Fett's armor, that of the teal color on the back of his helmet, and that shows his healing. Before the incident at the Sarlacc, this would mean he's healing from witnessing his father's death at the hands of the Jedi Mace Windu. Who wouldn't need a little healing therapy after seeing that? During The Mandalorian Season 2, we see Boba Fett repainted his armor to a fresh look. Not a whole lot changed in his color scheme other than 2 items, his helmet stripes and his black cloth items. He kept the 14 stripes, but now they have changed to red, where the yellow and orange had meaning of his father and breaking out of the bounty hunting profession. If you've seen any of the promotional material for the Book of Boba Fett, you'll know he says, "I am not a bounty hunter." It looks like he's breaking out of his chains. So, the change in color of his helmet stripes from yellow and orange to red shows he's strictly honoring his father with them. It's a huge shift in Boba Fett's driving force now. The black garments show justice. We'll have to wait and see what that justice entails in the Book of Boba Fett when it releases on December 29th. Okay, so those are the main colors of Boba Fett. Most of them have deep roots to his father and his own experiences as a bounty hunter. See, he isn't just a collector of various Mandalorian armor colors. Next, we'll talk about Death Watch. This was the militia organization that opposed Jango Fett during the Mandalorian Civil War and the pacifists during the Clone Wars. The primary color is blue, which shows their reliability, their individual dedication to their cause. That cause being the restoration and ideals of Mandalorians they had held dear throughout their history, that of conquest and being ruthless warriors. But the members of Death Watch also had hints of white in their armor, whether that be the Clan Vizsla symbol either on their forearms or shoulder armor or different rank insignia. The white shows purity, not only their own purity in their individual heritage, but also their purity in which they believe Mandalorians should be, blood-born. I chose those 2 armor types because they are significantly different. One Boba Fett holding personal ideals close to him with honoring his father's profession and one day trying to break out of what he is to become something greater. Where Death Watch wears colors that are more team, clan, or organization oriented. The duty of purifying the Mandalorian bloodlines and bringing the culture back to their founding principles. And all this shows in the actions of the different warriors, Boba and Death Watch. Another Mandalorian I'd like to point out is the armorer from The Mandalorian. If you were wondering what her armor colors meant, that is. She wears a gold helmet that signifies vengeance. Vengeance, presumably for what the Empire did to Mandalore. Her body armor's red, which I already talked about meaning honoring a parent or leader. Since we don't know much about the armorer, we don't know which it is. But we all have our suspicions, don't we? These colors aren't the only ones we see. Someone like Sabine Wren would take an entire video to explain, and I may do that someday. But here are the colors that can be found on other Mandalorian armor and their meanings. This is the canon version. Gray, mourning, a lost love or a family member. Red, honoring a parent or leader. Black, justice. Gold, vengeance. Green, duty. Blue, reliability. Orange, a lust for life, for freedom. White, a fresh start, literally white field or purity. Other colors include, and these are non-canon colors, purple meaning luck, pink, respected or respecting someone, brown, valor, maroon, a brownish red, power, Aaron, a light green, a lust for peace, scarlet, crimson, dark red, defiance or relentlessness, silver, seeking redemption, yellow, remembrance, teal, a greenish blue, healing, bronze, nobility, noble intentions or high status, cyan, which is a light blue, loving or in love, maybe married, tan, a light brown, loyalty, magenta, passion or passionate, pine, a dark green, guardian or protecting. I've went ahead and cross-referenced these color codes from the Mandalorian Guild wiki page, and I'll link it in the description below. If you have any questions about this, feel free to leave them in the comments section, even if you feel my analysis is wrong. I don't mind correcting myself, it's something I do here pretty often. But that's all I have for today. If you're new here, be sure to click that subscribe button and leave a like for the video. Also, check out becoming a member or a Patreon. The links are in my banner on my main channel page. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.